the tool that we have, one of the primary weapons we have, is debate and discourse. People are going to be good at it. They're going to be bad at it. I agree with that portion of it, right?
Yeah, you're a good master debater.
But the worst part is when people refuse to pick a side of it.
Oh, I mean,
hang on.
Cool.
Andrew Wilson absolutely shuts down this entitled feminist in a wild moment from the Whatever podcast, and she brags about having a 140 IQ, but ends up just exposing herself as she is just completely clueless. And when she tries to challenge Andrew Wilson over what he does for a living, he absolutely flips out on her and totally wrecks her in this argument. Let's jump into this clip and watch Andrew Wilson put this woke feminist in her place live on the Whatever podcast.
So you said that we're good at debate techniques, aka manipulation techniques.
Oh, yeah. A lot of debate is just a form of manipulation. Like, it's not about winning the debate. It's about controlling the conversation. Whoever's in control, there's a lot of people that aren't used to debate and those tactics.
I can agree with that.
So they're quiet and they get confused easily, and they are more agreeable in those situations. And it doesn't really, it's not constructive to actually coming to solutions in society. It's more like who's the winner, who's the loser. And it just kind of, when you say that there's birth rate problems and
I don't really
hatred,
talk about that,
well, he does.
Okay.
It's kind of not constructive.
Wait, hatred, sorry, finish the hatred of?
Oh, there's more hatred on both sides of the sexes, comments, and people, if you want a society to work, we should come to solutions instead of having
I loathe this type of ideology. Let me explain. I have more respect for the Marxist feminist over there next to you, and here's actually why.
Yeah, okay.
Because she picks a side. And here's the thing, right? It's hang on, I'll explain. Okay. Right? So if you're a knight on a battlefield and you're going out to battle, right? And in modernity, the battle is the info war. And debate is the information war. Okay. That is the battle in modernity. And the tool that we have, one of the primary weapons we have, is debate and discourse. People are going to be good at it. They're going to be bad at it. I agree with that portion of it, right?
Yeah, you're a good master debater.
But the worst part is when people refuse to pick a side of it.
Oh, I mean,
hang on,
cool.
Hang on, almost done. It's when they refuse to pick a side of it, right? At least I know her side, and at least she knows my side. So at least when we go to the battlefield, right, and we're duking it out, we understand what the hell it is we're fighting for. You, like the position that you have of the perceived neutrality, right?
I'm not that neutral.
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Is that I don't think you're neutral. I think, though, that you're trying to frame this as though you're neutral.
I'm not neutral.
I'm not a Democrat. I'm not blaming you for this.
I'm here for a solution. I'm libertarian. I'm here for a solution, not just fighting against each other and making us hate each other. How are you going to have a solution with people who disagree with libertarianism? The Marxist feminist does, and I do. I don't
what
care.
Do you want?
I want a solution to the problem instead of fighting against each other all the time.
Does it bother you that he's independent? Just curious.
What's that?
I'm more
Does it
independent.
bother you that he's independent since he hasn't picked his side?
That was like obviously me joking. I don't know if you picked that up or not, but that's why he was laughing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like,
that's why I'm here.
That was like obviously me joking. But anyway,
why I'm here is like we're all repulsed from each other, and what your show is doing is making us more repulsed from each other. What is it actually doing to help society?
Sure. Well, I'll answer that in a couple of ways. So, but before I do, don't want to quite let you get away with this. So you said we're good at debate techniques, aka manipulation techniques.
I explained that. Why I say it's manipulation.
Yeah, give me a precise example of like a scenario in which either tonight or like a previous show I've hold on. Let me finish.
Not you, it's him.
Stop.
Okay.
Let me finish. Let me get my words out.
Sorry.
Can you present, either tonight or previous episode, a manipulation technique I've employed? Go ahead.
Oh, it's not you. It's him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have that many problems with you. You're nice.
Oh.
I never said I had a problem with you. Okay, well,
I'll come back to that and you guys can have that conversation then. I'll get to it.
It's not you.
But you have an issue with the show, so I'll address that one. You said that, let's see here. You wrote, I'll come through a couple things. You said that that we bring on young women with no education to debate on things they know nothing about.
Yeah, like OnlyFans girls and stuff.
Yeah, well, so
very small percentage.
So let me
OnlyFans girls?
Hold on. So like to address the multiple false claims here. When you say young woman, give me an age.
Like early 20s.
Okay.
I'm 37, so I would call that like young.
So what do you think is like the appropriate age where you're allowed to have like a conversation with somebody?
Oh, you can have a conversation any age. I'm just saying if you mostly get people who are not educated and like get their views off of TikTok.
I don't buy that for an absolute second, and it's not even close. She's making assumptions about the show without actually watching it or knowing what she's even talking about, and yet somehow she's confident enough to project her own opinion onto everyone else, and she's already decided who Andrew Wilson is and what he stands for based on just basically nothing. And it just comes off like another modern woman who thinks she's way smarter than she actually really is. And let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments so far, and if you guys enjoy content like this, make sure to go ahead and like the video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot. And let's get back to this clip from the Whatever podcast, guys.
You have an older and younger demographic, so
I was just curious.
even right now we do. So I'm closer in age to you two.
I don't want y'all to take what I say
right?
and use it like I mean. What I do mean is that people in the younger generation are influenced by social media, and they don't really have that much real life experience, and that makes it an issue that with fake media, it goes on both sides. I mean, fake news, it goes on both sides, and people don't really know what's actually going on.
So wait, what you're saying is that young people tie in to social media in order to inform their worldview, and we're on social media assisting in informing their worldview. Why would this be a problem?
I mean, all of it's delusional. Like I said, both sides, Democrat and Republican, it's become a huge issue. But young people are more susceptible
Democrats are not delusional. And Republicans are not delusional.
There are delusion in a lot of it because of fake news and all of that.
And there's creators who hold delusions and things like this, right? You have opposition ideologies, which people do come to through reasoned discourse in their own in-group. And they're not always unreasonable ideologies. It is true. It is true that
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying people are heavily influenced.
They do need to be combated, from my view. Right? And from her view, like let's take Kinsey, for instance. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to combat ideologies which she considers to be counterproductive to the society she wants to see. Same thing with me, trying to combat ideologies which are counterproductive to the society that I want to see. If the venue that we do this in is social media, you're saying that that's where young people go, right?
Yeah.
Why in the world is that not exactly where we would be in order to produce the ideology we want to see for the world?
Because it's always left or right. When you view one side, you only view that side and you don't view the other side. And then,
if only there was a show that had conservative Christians and Marxist feminists debating.
Listen, I'm not.
Where could we find a show like that?
I'm not finished.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, guys, I think Andrew Wilson honestly gets a kick out of shutting down women like this. And the woman's whole complaint was about how online conversations like on TikTok and podcasts, for example, don't lead to real solutions. But how else do you expect to get solutions without having open discussions in places where people actually pay attention? And I think it's pretty wild how some of these guys think, but Andrew Wilson just listens to what she says, breaks it down with basic logic, and completely flips it on her, and she clearly wasn't ready for any of that. Podcasts like this really highlight how out of touch and arrogant some of these women really are. They come on thinking they're always right, but end up showing that all the expensive education they brag about didn't really teach them much at all. And let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, and what you thought about Andrew Wilson's takedown on this one. And let me know what you guys think about this topic in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video.